What is happening, guys? My name is Jamie. Today we are, you know what, I got it wrong. I'm gonna admit I got it wrong because my previous review on Rise Radiant by Caligula's Horse was quite a negative review, if I remember. Now I remember I reviewed Caligula's Horse Rise Radiant on Discovery. Take a look. So then we go into Caligula's Horse Rise Radiant. An okay album. There's a lot of ballads throughout this album in my opinion. It's very proggy as well, but it's not as heavy as the Caligula Horse's albums I have checked out. So to be honest, I was pretty disappointed with this album. I really was. It's got a really good body structure, but I just feel that these songs lack. Nothing grabs me by the balls and throws me against a wall, that's for sure. It's just basic prog, and it's generic prog in my opinion. And I do love prog, but I don't like this, and I didn't really enjoy his vocals throughout this album, and I have seen him live, and I know how capable they are to produce such an energetic, hard-hitting live show, but for this, it didn't transfer to this fucking album. No, it didn't. But for Caligula's Horse Rise Radiant, a 6 out of 10. So yeah, can you believe it? Can you believe this fuckhead gave Rise Radiant a fucking 6 out of 10? Honestly, I didn't appreciate the album as much as I do now. And today I'm going to give you a full album review of Caligula's Horse Rise Radiant. Yeah, this cunt gave Rise Radiant a very low score. You know what? He can stick a breadstick up his ass because seriously, I absolutely adore this album. I'm going to shout out my mate Quest for Metal, who said, listen to this album again because it's gonna really grow on you. And behold, it has. I actually did see Caligula's Horse in concert once, and I thought they were fantastic. They really were. And I did check out all their albums, really love all their albums, and this, in my opinion, was a very disappointing album when I first heard it. But in case you don't know, this album is a huge grower, and it grows on you and grows on you. When you expose yourself to this album, it's just like a blanket. It swallows you up and keeps you warm because some of these songs are absolute bangers. A contender to be one of the best progressive metal albums of the year in my opinion. I think it's better than Sons of Apollo. The production on this album is really dynamic and it's quite raw in tone, but I do love how everything is so balanced. It's so balanced, this album really is. You can hear the prominent bass, you can also hear the beautiful angelic vocals Jim Gray provides throughout this album, and not to mention awesome guitar lead. The tone is absolutely fantastic, and the drumming, the tone of the snare sounds absolutely fucking fantastic on this album. You can hear the bass, and I just love how they've been inspired by bands such as Dream Theater, Leprous, Opeth at times. You can tell they've been inspired by those bands. You can tell they've been inspired by Rush. You can tell they've been inspired by Fate's Warning, Queensryche, those caliber bands. This album is so interesting to me because when I first heard this album, I was a little bit underwhelmed. I felt that the production felt a bit lackluster, but when I heard the second and third time, I absolutely fell in love with it. I really did, and it's just the overall melodies of some of these songs, like the first song, which is The Tempest, which has some really nice guitar riffs, some, at times, dare I say, some genty moments, and it's heavy and gritty. But then you've got such beautiful angelic vocals by Jim Gray as he provides a lot of emotion throughout this song, and a really nice catchy anthemic chorus. And what is absolutely fantastic about Caligula's Horse in my opinion, after I really discovered Caligula's Horse, they remind me of something like Dream Theater. They do. I've seen Caligula's Horse live but on that same night I also saw Nea Blascaris, even Beyond Creation, Rivers of Niles. I actually met the River of Niles lead singer, absolutely fantastic bloke, and I thought they were fucking fantastic. I just loved how heavy they were, and then you just got such absolutely fantastic vocals, fantastic angelic vocals that just escalate the song into the next level. Caligula's Horse is absolutely fantastic band, they really are, and I'm gonna admit that I got this album wrong. I gave it a very low score. I said it was very lackluster, the production was shit, and I just absolutely slammed it. And whenever I fucking watch that Discovery episode, I fucking cringe and say, hang on you dickhead, this is a great fucking album, this is a really good album, your channel is shit, your videos are shit, so you can fuck off and I'm gonna dislike it. Slow Violence is a really good song as well. I just love how energetic this song is. When I first heard it, I thought it was low in energy. The production made it quite low in energy. As you're listening to this album a lot more, it just grows on you and grows on you. Soul's fantastic as well. It really is. And I just love how proggy this song is. Not to mention a really awesome guitar solos throughout this song. And then you got really beautiful interlude called Resonate. Resonant's such an awesome song, it really is, and his vocals just match it so well, they really do, with the nice piano melodies. But this song goes strength by strength through the song Ocean Rise, Valkyrie, Autumn, and to end off the album is The Ascent. The Ascent is absolutely fantastic. It is a 10-minute song. It is close to one of my favorite songs of the year now. One of my favorite songs of the year. I just love the build-up of this song, the beautiful anthemic choruses you were getting, not to mention the different odd time signatures as well, with a really nice prominent bass moments, and just the overall element of surprise throughout the song The Ascent. I love how free-flowing this album is. Just a fantastic album. It really is, and to think that I gave this a low score, yeah, I got it wrong. And overall, some really awesome guitar work on this album. Sam Vallon, absolutely master of his work here. Some awesome guitar solos, some really nice riffages to just escalate the song next level and to definitely catch the listener's attention. Yeah, so this album was absolutely fantastic. I fucking loved it. I don't know why I gave it a low score, but you know what? Yeah, a 9 out of 10 it gets. Fantastic. The only reason why it's not a 9 is maybe because it's a little bit too short. I wanted the album to go on a little bit longer. In the deluxe version, they got 2 tracks that are covers. I wanted them to go a little bit longer on this album just because I felt they could have gone longer. All these songs are very solid. They're solid as fuck. And overall, it's just a really awesome album. So it's 9 out of 10 it gets. So comment below whether you enjoyed this album or not. This was released back on the 22nd of May, and these Aussie fellas absolutely created a fantastic album that I didn't appreciate at first. But it shows you that your opinion changes on an album. And if you actually trash it on camera and go back to the album and watch a video that you trashed it on, you just feel like a total idiot. You really do. Yeah, Caligula's Horse Rise Radiant gets a 9 out of 10. So, comment below whether you enjoyed this album review, do you agree or disagree with my opinion, and that'll be all the videos for this week. I will be returning next week, so I hope you all have a pleasant weekend, and I will see you in the next one.